So we're about to get this losers round 3 match underway. Aesperus versus Levintation. So it seems like we're going to FD Game 1, and honestly, if you are unfamiliar with Final Destination, where have you been? You know, it's the only platformless stage legalized modern Smash Ultimate competitive play. Honestly, I believe it's very polarizing. You would think it would be quite even, seeing as, you know, there are no platforms, no advantage to certain players, but honestly, having no platforms changes up the gameplay quite a bit. You know, players with like projectiles and fast movement speed and great ground coverage excel really well. Alright, so we just had Aesperus kind of setting up his controls. Never played on this setup before. We're going to get this match soon here underway. Talking a little bit about Levitation's Link play, you know. If you didn't catch any of his doubles matches, he's very proficient, you know, able to throw out projectiles at the right place at the right time and follow up on them. And the stage awareness that he has in doubles, it carries right over into singles, of course. So, let's get Game 1 started. Losers round 3, everybody. We have Aesperus starting out strong, you know, hitting a smash attack. That's really what Little Mac's going to be looking for here, to catch his opponent doing something and then just use his super armor to punch him right in the face. You know. But on the other end here, we have Toon, whose objective is really just going to be stay away from Mac, throw things at Mac, hit Mac with sword if he gets too close, you know? And that's just an oversimplification, as honestly these two are you know, doing honestly a mental battle. You know, this is a pretty quality level of Smash Brothers gameplay. So Little Mac has KO Punch on deck. You know, it has to make Toon a little bit scared, but hitting him with that bomb frees him up, because after Little Mac takes a certain amount of damage, he's unable to use KO Punch anymore, and he has to build it back up. Oh, and that up smash catching Aesperus a little bit off guard. Gonna take off the first stack, and we have Levintation up 3 stocks to 2. You know, he's sitting pretty healthy at 84%, down 95, but nothing too crazy would kill him right now unless he gets hard red badly. So he's just going to continue to play his pretty much defensive play, as he wants to keep the Mac attack away from him. Honestly, Boomerang is such a great projectile at keeping Mac out, as it just covers pretty much all of his ground movement options. He honestly is forced to jump or shield it. And oh, this counter is coming into very great play here for Aesperus, as it led to a lot of percent during those stocks. And as such, I actually took off the first stock from Levitation. Honestly, I just want to make note that KO Punch is on deck. That's a scary thing for both players. Oh, and he whiffs it completely. It was accidental there, but, you know, not just a chance wasted, and that's all. Little Mac has so many other kill options that he's more than gladly to throw out. Oh, and what a slick conversion there from Levitation. The forward air's not going to take it yet. I mean, honestly, Toon forward air is such a strong move. Comes out quick and confirms off of pretty much all of his projectiles. Oh, and the up tilt going to send Little Mac above Toon, and that's not where he wants to be. Oh, and the counter, you know, Little Mac like scoots across with his counter, so it made him reach down smash. Going to stuff out Levitation's attempts to try to touch the ledge. honestly, Little Mac is a very polarizing character, similar to the stage. Oh, and the KO punch. Gonna just do a quick 40% here. Honestly, that was a very good play from Aesperus there, you know. While KO punch could have killed at later percents, you know, if he had tried to bide his time and do a little bit more percent, he'd rather just get the 40 and feel good about that stock. So here we have it. One stock tied up. Very close game, honestly. Toon playing his game, you know. He does need to watch out for those counters, though, because those have honestly been screwing him over this entire game. And you can see that he is going to play a lot more projectile heavy. Lil Mac needs to catch this pattern if he wants to get in. There he goes, jumping into the Jolt Haymaker. Such a great fast move to try to get over those projectiles. Oh, KO punch is on deck. It's scary, so that means both players are you know, going to play a lot more wary, and the throw is going to take away the KO punch. Levitation can do a sigh of relief as he's not in direct danger of dying at any moment here. He can now just play his game, and that counter's not, you know, ideal for him there. He has to watch out for those, because one of the next counter that happens could honestly just be his stock. Oh, and a very laggy option, that up B, very ambitious. It's going to make him lose that match. That was very explosive, very great. I mean, if you guys are just tuning in, you dropped into a very great set. That's only game one here of this out of 3 set. Levitation takes it. Honestly, I'm liking this matchup a lot. Toon, I think, wins it maybe by a decent amount, but as we saw there, Little Mac could use things like his counter, his Jolt Haymaker, even his smash attacks to just kind of throw off the Toon, get in, you know. It honestly ends up becoming the matchup ends up becoming who can catch the other's pattern first, you know. Honestly, that's a good way to describe Smash Bros. In general. If you can catch your opponent's pattern, you pretty much win the game. So we're toiling on stage choice here, as it's going to be very important. Honestly, we're running it back to Final Destination. So we're actually just doing a straight up run back, guys. So let's see, this could be the final game of Losers Round 3, or will Aesperus pull it out and end up taking it to Game 3? Let's see. Oh man, you gotta just love, you know, Levitation's ability to kind of mix up his projectile game, you know. While Aesperus does get in, you know, it's not all the time, you know. It's mainly because Aesperus has to pull out some option he has not used over the entire set, because like I said before, I'll say it again, you know, Levitation knows where to throw out his projectiles, when to throw out projectiles, and how to throw out his projectiles. Oh, and that down smash, very scary. Honestly, catching him with the back hit is the lucky outcome for Levitation there. But KO punch is on deck, and that's gonna just be gone by that Toon Link bomb. Like I said, Levitation knowing when and where to throw his projectiles, and that's just a showcase of it right there. So here we are playing the neutral game. That's what it looks like in this matchup. Toon Link throwing out arrows, boomerangs, and bombs, trying to catch out a bad option from Little Mac. And oh, snuffing out the counter there this time with the throw. You know, that was one of the things that Levitation was struggling with in this set. You know, trying to call out Little Mac's landings, but using a hitbox instead of the throw, and that led to Little Mac using counters to take stocks and do damage. But now we have Joe playing much more careful, you know, seeing what he could throw out, when he could throw it out, and trying to really call out Aesperus on his counter use. But, you know, Aesperus just throwing out all of his kill options here, you know, because each of them are really strong and has super armor, but that up throw is gonna take it there. And see, that's the only that's the issue now. Levitation's caught on to the pattern of throwing out those counters, and the bomb coming in quite clutch, as you know, that forward tilt may have killed him, But the bomb's knockback bad to send him a different direction, but Aesperus is going to close out that stock anyways. So Toon Link racking up some damage, some great conversions there. Oh my gosh, that bomb bleeding into the forward smash. That's a dead Little Mac. Levitation, not of amusement, because that was pretty solid. Oh man, now Levitation looking to be in a groove, in his element, you know, able to throw out his sword, throw out projectiles, just get conversions, and Little Mac is already at 60%. 69, and let's see. The forward smash is clanging right there, and now Little Mac has a KO punch, and he whiffs it out. That's very disheartening, as you know, Little Mac has to take a substantial amount of percent before he can get it back, and honestly, that would have been one of his tools he could have relied on to come back into this game. So now Little Mac is just going to play pretty much a perfect game to get back into this game. Anyways, the up air is going to take it. Levitation wins that set 2-0. Great games from both of those guys. A very close, very intense game one. And then Levitation kind of figures them out, takes it game two.